Hey guys, this is a supercomputer reading passage. It's called The Supercomputer in Your Pocket. This is the read aloud of the passage and the questions. Make sure you put your last name, your first name, and choose your teacher for language arts. Here's the passage. Read the passage. Think about how phones have changed and how they could change in the future. Supercomputer, the supercomputer in your pocket. In 2000, very few cell phones could connect to the internet, and most could only make phone calls or send basic text message from black and white screens. People who bought phones at that time were mostly concerned about the phone's size, not what it could do. In a decade, however, cell phones were transformed into much different tools. By 2012, the majority of cell phones could connect to the internet, and most ran apps or applications such as games, social networking tools, or programs with the ability to create and share creative projects. For example, a new phone in 2012 allowed users to shoot videos, edit the videos into movies, add sound effects, and publish the final product on video sharing sites. People who bought phones in 2012 worried about how fast their phones were and how quickly they could perform the tasks. People were no longer concerned with just making phone calls. So, what will phones be like in 2024? No one knows for sure, but you can make some good guesses. Even though phones change, their improvements are based on similar goals. For example, most companies want to make phones that are easier to use. Early phones had number buttons you had to push. Later phones had touchscreens, and even later phones had voice commands, no touching required. Phone companies also try to make phones that can do things older phones could never do. Over the years, cell phones went from having no cameras to being able to record high-definition videos. Phone companies are always looking for people with exciting new ideas. If you can think of a better way to make phones, you might be able to invent the next new superphone. Just on a side note, I had one of these phones. It was really not till like 2003, and it was black and white, and I had to punch the button repeatedly to get the text to send. It was quite interesting. Okay, question 1. Which of these will most likely be true in 2024? A, phones will no longer make calls. B, phones will have even more features. C, people will not use phones as much. D, companies will sell the same number of phones. Number 2, by 2012, people were worried about phone speed because blank. People spoke more quickly. People wanted their phones to do complex tasks. Slow phones were easier to use. Fast phones played videos too quickly. Question 3. Which of these will likely disappear from phones in the future? Number buttons, voice commands, cameras, video making programs. Question 4. Many people in 2000 did not choose a phone based on its features because most phones blank. Were connected to the internet, were too large to carry, had the same limited features, or had unlimited apps. Okay. All right, do your best. Make sure you go back and improve your answers, and make sure you're telling why you're not choosing the other answer choices. And you're doing this on separate sheets of paper, okay? Good luck.